Alright, everybody, welcome back to Sunrider Academy. I believe this is our 4th episode. And we're about to go check out Chigasa, one of those, in New Science Lab. Did I just witness a fatal accident? But this is what I mean. As much as I love the backgrounds and the details of the 3D backgrounds, when an event like this happens, you expect it to be a little bit more like grit, at least a smoke effect or something. But it's all just, it feels clean when it should be, oh hell, the door just blew right off its hinges thanks to whatever we just blew up. Anyway, I ran into the science lab, coughing in the thick smoke. See what I mean about that effect? Inside, I saw an unconscious girl sprawled on the floor. I picked her up in a panic. Hey, are you alright? Chigara. Okay, there we go. She rubbed her face ruefully, somehow miraculously unhurt by the prior fireball. I guess I have to change the recipe. Suddenly, she noticed that I was holding her and jumped away. Ah! She looked at me fearfully. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, our resident Demir type. You're in every single dating sim. You knew they were coming here. Awkward silence. The girl looked around, still in a daze. Welcome to the bakery club. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about this quickly. Turn down the volume. I'm sorry about that, folks. Maybe it's a little loud for me, and yeah, you just got that on the screen. A little behind the scenes info there of Venus now. Anyway, I'm gonna have to explain this. In the Sunrider games, if you haven't played the Sunrider games, Chigara is a brilliant scientist. She's built two of the most powerful mechs in the game. She does all the repairs on the ship. She does all the upgrades on the ship. Yet her dream is inexplicably to be a baker. It's one of those things where I guess it's like, it's supposed to be a comedic point, but I see we're going to be on that same train here. Hopefully it'll be a little funnier. Would you like to try one of the muffins? The bakery club? But I thought this was... I looked around. Lab beakers, check. Chemistry sets, check. Lab coats, check. There's no doubt about it. This is definitely the science club. There's no way. The girl offered me a tray of muffins. They're quite good. Normally, I would not accept food from a complete stranger, especially those who miraculously survive catastrophic lab accidents. But there was something strange about these muffins. Their exquisite aroma, their fluffy form, the perfectly decorated canned fruit on top. Yeah, I couldn't help but take a bite. Holy. I had to research for days to find out how to replicate the fruit. Before I realized it, the entire muffin was gone. I resisted looking at the tray of more muffins. I wiped the crumbs from my mouth. I'm Kayto Shields from the Student Council. I heard from the president that your club forgot to submit its membership report this year. I looked around the empty lab. Clearly there was nobody else here. Are you the chairperson? She nodded her head yes. Now this would have been a great moment to have either blinking eyes or head movements like Cinder's and a few other games Prince of Ivan had. But, I don't know, maybe in the final form. Are there any other members? She shook her head no. Is this really the bakery club? What happened to all the other members? They graduated. All of them? Yes. Awkward. So, what's the full story? It started in my second year. A group of seniors suddenly came to me and said they needed me for the science club no matter what. All I was interested in was the baking club, but the seniors really insisted that I join the science club instead. They even let me use the matter replicator to make pastries. They got a matter replicator in a high school. The fact that she didn't kill herself is even more miraculous now. Excuse me. God. The sad thing is I just had like 2 lozenges and cough syrup and it's still not working. This too shall pass. They even let me use the matter replicator to make pastries, so long as I helped them with some research from time to time. So I'm guessing that the seniors all graduated, and now you're the only member? She nodded yes. You know, if a club doesn't have at least 5 members, it has to be disbanded. I thought so. I guess I can just use the oven at home instead. Don't worry, your club's not getting disbanded. In fact, the president told me to get this club back into working order. Yeah? You only need 4 more members, right? The club recruitment festival's next week. I'm sure you can recruit enough people then. Anyway, I'll be managing your club from now on. Let's try our best to recruit my members, alright? Yeah, I'm Chigara Shada. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Manager. My descent into becoming a walking title continues. Oh, and be more careful from now on. That should be now on, or whatever. We can't have any more of those explosions. Understood. I sincerely did not want any casualties under my watch. It would be bad if someone were to lose an arm or an eye from an explosion like that. I got Chigara's ID on my holo. Looks like I got a lot on my plate this year. It's just one more club to visit. It was getting late. I wasn't sure if anyone from the swim club would still be here. Now, again, like I said in the first video, some of this stuff I've already played through. And this is my favorite scene of the entire demo. So this is going to be slightly longer, but we're just going to push through and get it done. So let's continue. I entered the pool. And again, look at this lighting effect here where the hallways are all lit, but inside the swim room it's all dim. That's just great work. And here that emptiness actually feels appropriate. I entered the pool. Nope, the lights were out and the pool wasn't even filled with water yet. Looks like the swim club wasn't here. I'll have to come back tomorrow. Just as I was about to leave, I saw someone at the top of the diving board. What the? She was about to jump off! Oh shit, no! I can't let anybody die! I ran up the diving platform, yelling my lungs out. Wait! It's just the beginning of the term! I knew what I was saying. Things could get better! The girl looked at me blankly, not a trace of emotion on her face. Unnecessary ass shot, but okay. But again, lighting effect. I'm going to point these out every time I see them. You can see the details of the moon in the background. You can see the darkness. And I like how it fades out from the lit hallways to the darkened classrooms. It's just really, really, really good work from these guys. Or whoever did the background art. Huh? Don't be stupid. It's still too early to throw your life away. She walked away from the diving board and returned to the platform. Okay, now that we're about to get into it, just keep an eye on her face, which is going to be easy enough to do since she's the only thing on the screen. She was ghostly pale and showed as much emotion as a stone pillar. Seriously, what was wrong with this girl? Trying to commit suicide on the first day of school? The school has counselors who can help you. There's no need to do something so drastic. She looked at me and tilted her head. I looked down into the pool. We were so high up that I couldn't even see the floor in the darkness. Just looking down made me dizzy. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. You were trying to dive off, thinking the pool was filled with water. And you were so completely lost in your thoughts that you never noticed the pool was empty in the first place. I rubbed my face, shocked at the revelation. Had I arrived just a second later, she would have been a pancake at the bottom of the pool. Okay, now this is gonna be touchy with some people because she's pretty thick-headed. In the game, she's much more solitary. She's like Ray from Evangelion. Very solitary, very quiet, and just very into her own thing. And again, everybody's personality, has been dialed up to about 100. So, of course, she nearly kills herself because she doesn't pay attention. But I'm sure some people will probably be riled. Now, I'm going to have to look into this, but the eye effects are very similar to, if you look at the Jisei games and some of Deiji's work, it's very similar to that kind of pattern or that kind of effect. So maybe they went to the high institution of Deiji art or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's just an original. God, I'll be glad when this cough is gone. She still stared at me, completely unfazed by the fact that she narrowly escaped appearing on the morning news. Why would you do a thing like that? You know it's dangerous to use the pool without the lights on? Practice. Practice? You wouldn't happen to be the captain of the swim club, would you? She nodded her head. She really looked like another piece of work. Editing, guys. Editing. I'm praising you so far. Don't make me get rough. With captains like these, no wonder these clubs have trouble. I'm Kayto Shields from the Student Council. We should talk somewhere else. We got off the diving platform. As I was saying, I'm from the Student Council. We haven't got membership forms from the swim club for the past year. You wouldn't happen to have them somewhere, would you? She tilted her head. I figured as much. Look, if you're the captain of a club, you have to comply with certain rules. What? You don't even know what a membership form looks like? Yeah. I opened my holo and opened one of the forms. It's one of these things. She looked at my holo curiously. You've never even seen a holo before? How do you not have a holo? You needed to do schoolwork and talk to friends. You mean to say you still write down everything on pen and paper? What? You're too poor to afford technology? I scratched my head in frustration. I thought the kendo and science clubs would be challenging, but this was a new difficulty tier of its own. Again, just a subtle changing of the face art. That's the kind of stuff I like to see. It doesn't have to be overt and over the top like a Saga's face. Just very, very subtle. There's no need for you to apologize. It's not your fault you don't have enough money to afford a holo. I'll just get a stack of paper copies from the student council room. Again, subtle. Make sure you fill them out, though. The president told me to manage the swim club until it comes into full compliance with the school's rules. I look forward to working with you. What's your name? Sola. No last name? The mystery thickens. Since Sola didn't have a holo, there was no way to contact her except in person. That was going to complicate things. By now it was late. It's already after hours. You should head home. We'll take care of this tomorrow. After bidding Sola goodbye, I went home. Again, I really like that scene. And it's probably because she didn't say a word. And I don't want it to sound off. But the ability to convey a conversation without words is very important in visual mediums like this. So keeping her quiet, just changing her face up from time to time, and letting the entire conversation be on Kato's end was very smart, and it was a good plot device because it keeps her being her, and in character, what that was the only really over-the-top thing she did was to be a little aloof. So we'll see in the full game how they take that and how they kind of unwrap her from there. Anyway, so many things have happened. It was only the first day of school. It was obvious that this was going to be a very busy year for me. Who knew that things would turn out this way? Club manager, huh? And all I wanted were just better uniforms. Or tiny mini skirts. It's just what have I gotten myself into. Alright. So that's pretty long for this vid. It's not the second day of tutorial. It's not a second day of school. When we come back, we'll pick up from the second day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys' support. Please leave a like if you're enjoying the game so far. We still got a little bit more to do. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions of games or just some things I should change for your betterment. And if you like what you see here and you want more visual novel reviews or info, go straight to vnsnow.com. That's vnsnow.com if you want more VN goodness. Anyway, that's it for now. I will see you guys in the next video, where we will pick it up at day 2.